Hey, this is Robbie from PPRN All Things Sports, and you're listening to PPRN.
He's round, he's Janet Jackson nasty. He's your mama's side too. He's Peter Pinto, and he is on PPRN Radio.
What's going on? This is Brandon from Bill Maya. You're listening to PPRN. What's up?
Shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to belong, just like everybody else does. The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular.
Live from Hamden, it's Monday night. All Things Sports Live with the stars, Bob Clark, Peter Pinho,
Good day to you, sir.
and Brian D'Angelo. And now, here's your host, a very happy Patriots fan today, Robbie Clark.
What's wrong with you, sweetie?
Good evening, everybody! PPRN All Things Sports.
Shut up.
Live in Hampton, Connecticut. Oh boy, I embrace it. Today is a wonderful day.
Shut
if
up.
you're a Pats fan, it's a wonderful day.
What happened? I missed it.
After hearing all the talk
Did he win a
and
Scrabble
the
tournament?
chatter from these two clowns right here, Bob Brian D'Angelo.
I thought it was three.
And Bob Clark. Oh, and there was a little shade of Peter Pinto as well.
Not as bad.
All the trash talking from them.
And you're going to get it still no matter what.
I sucked it in all year. I had to deal with all the, you're just a Pats fan. You say the same old crap all the time. You can let my voice echo all you want.
Look at his chin.
It's fantastic.
Upset.
Oh.
Fix.
Let's go through some of the things
You know
that
what?
you gentlemen said yesterday.
Let's go.
But the thing is when we were losing, we still talked on the thread.
Yes. Where were
We
you
didn't
for,
hide for 3 hours.
where were you for the first 40 minutes?
I was watching
you had
the
a
football
cork?
game, too busy not
Well,
trying to talk crap.
couldn't forgive the kid for running and hiding because we were
He had
brutal.
to go clean up the spill in aisle 2.
Robbie Clark vomiting in aisle 2.
Julio.
Well, I want to
Here
get
comes the first score of the game.
What you
Touchdown.
talking about, asshole?
Julio.
Yeah.
Julio didn't score nothing.
Where's Robbie? Why is he so quiet?
Bring it
He's
on.
cleaning up aisle 5 at Marshall's.
Listen,
They take a lot.
do tell because it really was some good stuff. Keep going, Robbie.
Yes.
This is all you.
Wrong with you?
I want to hear more of what we said because I'm laughing.
This is from Brian. The Patriots had the easiest schedule. They played all the crap teams.
You said that?
Now they're playing the NFC again, and they are getting their asses kicked.
That makes for good radio.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. When they changed their game plan in the second half, it was all over because that was Kyle Shanahan, absolutely pathetic. He run the ball for 86 yards in the first half between Freeman and Coleman. You're up 21-3. I lost a lot of money
All
because
right,
your boy
all right.
Bennett.
We got plenty of time.
No, I know. I'm getting it rolling.
Let's look at
Keep
this.
going.
Let's go this. Peter
it's,
goes, at least the Cowboys scored when they lost. LMAO.
That's right. At least they
our
scored a
boy.
touchdown in the first
listen,
half.
That's our boy. Hey, listen, we love Pinho. Well
was well said.
I should say, well typed, Peter. Well typed. And the timing again.
Perfect.
Can't knock the
Perfect.
timing. Perfect timing for Pinho.
Oh, Bob Clark.
Perfect.
Still,
What
to
the
this
hell, man?
day, best game is Dallas Green Bay.
It was at the
What a
time.
stupid thing to say.
Yes, and I have to say again, good timing and a good message.
Even
What a stupid thing to
Houston
say.
scored first half.
That's
in
right,
playoffs.
and that's also true.
Pathetic.
Lamar Miller.
Well, listen, say what you will, Robbie, and you're going to say it. Keep it going.
You're going to get your kudos eventually.
Yeah, kudos going, but this is good stuff you're reading off. Keep it going.
Effing
Because I
pay the
don't agree with
refs.
anything.
He killed you. Dumb Patriots just suck. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Nikes.
say that word.
Wait, you're allowed to say shit? Wait, who tweeted that? Who,
I don't want to say it.
who said that, Bob? You?
We'll
Peter.
leave it out.
Brian D'Angelo.
Okay.
It's all over. They're finished. Falcons start the third up. Another touchdown.
And which they did, actually.
Which was Tevin Coleman on a 6-yard pass
did
from.
they not come out and,
Yep.
and score again in the third?
And at that
Your
point,
team
great
is
prediction on my
screwed,
part.
Bob Clark.
and at that point, it's 28-3. It's like put the final nail in the coffin because the Falcons are going to keep rolling with the way they were running and passing the ball, and then it all changed.
This is all
I am
good
glad
stuff.
to see Sammy the Falcon put a turd in his helmet. Over.
That has to be Bob.
Yes.
That was.
That's Bob. Well said, Bob. And it's so well articulated in type form.
He says, and then during the halftime, so I hope Gaga slips on Beyonce's pregnant stomach. This is worse than the Patriots' offense.
Well,
Dead
okay,
air. Dead
again.
air.
And now it says, learn how to kick after a missed field goal.
At the missed extra point, they made it 28-9.
And Robbie has to wear a Beckham jersey at practice Thursday. But Nicholas Testone. Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
was
talking
sure
to
was
you,
over, too,
Testone,
by
if
the
you're
way.
watching live my Facebook.
I mean, after that onside
you're going to be
kick.
wearing that nice Tom Brady jersey Thursday.
No,
and
he
I
won't.
expect...
No, he won't.
Oh, yes, he will.
No, he won't. We're getting a snowstorm, and we'll talk on the break. While
Then the next practice is
don't
definitely going
don't
to.
want to cut you off here at any time, but when I just want to interject just to see. I'm really curious about this, Robbie. Seriously, after they fucked up that onside kick, and what were you thinking then? Because were you scared? Were you really nervous? I want to hear about your demeanor.
Oh,
at that
I was
moment.
nervous throughout the game, but did I ever lose hope? No.
Even after the onside
No,
kick, you
because
were like,
you know what I
Were
said?
you mad? Because even like Belichick yelled out, "Oh, but he fucked that up." First he
Oh,
fucks
yeah.
up the extra point, then he fucking hits himself in the ass with the football on the onside kick. What a moron!
I'll tell you what happened when it was halftime. My buddy, we had a couple of Patriot haters at the house, and
shocking.
they said
Oh,
and they were
shocking.
talking all this crap, and they were saying, "Hey, Robbie, you losing faith? You going to admit the Falcons are Super Bowl champions?" I said, "No, because if anything,
do
I
well.
learned my lesson once. When 2 years ago, when they were down against Denver, with Peyton Manning, I think it was 24-0 after the first half.
Was it really?
They
Wait, the
came back
championship
and they
game?
won
What?
that football
Yeah,
game.
they
And
came
ever
back and won
since
that, yep.
then, I learned you never lose hope when Tom
Wait a
Brady's
minute,
the quarterback.
not the year not last year.
No.
No, it was
The
2
year
years ago.
2 years ago with Denver. Oh, okay. Denver beat him. Denver, that's weird. You think about how close they still could have won. They still could have won
Yeah.
last year,
Yep.
man. I mean, it's unbelievable how Brady just it really the way he and there's so much to debate about today. I have to say, really. And I'm sorry. In the long run, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but to me, you will have plenty of time to talk about it. And Peter, maybe when we do, you can cue up the Gordon Lightfoot, the wreck of the Evan Fitzgerald, to talk about the disgracefulness of the Atlanta Falcons and how, to me, they completely handed this game to the Patriots.
You know what they pulled? They pulled a 2004 version of the New York Yankees being up 3-0 on the Boston Red Sox. I mean, I can't put it any differently.
Yeah, that's it. I totally couldn't.
They're
agree
just
more.
absolutely pathetic.
Shocking, devastating on every level, and disgraceful on every level. But that being said, I still believe there's only one team that could have pulled off what they did, and that was the
Yeah,
Patriots.
that's the only team that would have done
And
it.
so I give them credit for that. They pulled it off.
See, you
They
guys
pulled
call
it
it a choke. I call it
It is a
great
choke.
comeback.
Come
No,
on.
it is
It's both.
a
It's
great
both. It's
comeback.
both. You're up 25.
Robbie, at
you're up
least say-
25.
at least say both.
You're up
At least
25
say both.
points. The record of a team being down 25 points or more to come back and win a game up until the Super Bowl was 4, not 1, 4 and 1,075.
Yes.
That's
Brian,
a choke.
I just want to let you know, T-Man says you're hot.
He says I'm hot, right? What is that? That scares me. I'd rather have my wife say I'm hot or somebody else of the female.
Of the female kind, yes.
Yeah, but that's great. But I love T-Man. T-Man can, and he better call in, by the way, because I want to congratulate him.
203-992-7776.
I told T-Man, I said him, I'd like to hear from him because, and we'll get to everything at the end here, especially like what have we learned, and what I really learned is that the Patriots were handed the Super Bowl yesterday, but they actually deserved to win in the end because of Atlanta's stupidity.
They didn't get the job
I
done.
believe that stupidity has to have consequences. Okay, I might as well just start talking about this now. And Robbie, I want to give you the stage, but I'm sorry, And if you're Arthur Blank today, okay, who by the way, right now Arthur Blank, wherever he is literally saying blankety blank 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 my coaching staff because they blew this game. And if I was him, I would fire them. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now.
Wait.
Now, today.
You don't-
Because there were mistakes made that I would never want to allow happen again. If I'm the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, some heads are going to bring up Iron Maiden. Some heads are going to roll. Some heads are going to roll. So, yeah, I am hot. I'm hot that Atlanta blew that game yesterday. But, again,
And
it's a great story for the Patriots, and I give them the credit. They did it. They won.
And then there was Bob, who started with the uh-oh. And then,
Yep.
and
I
then,
must say, your father, Bob, never really seemed to lose. I disappeared for a while too because I realized what was coming. When after the Julio Jones catch, I said the field goal, and I heard this talked about. And Bob, I want to hear your thoughts on this. And I heard it. I'm not the only one. I'm not going to say I said I thought about this, and I know it would have never happened. But I was thinking in hindsight, 2020, Monday Night Comeback, whatever. At that point, it would have not behooved the Atlanta Falcons to take a knee. Because all they needed was 3 fucking points. You go on, okay, you run the ball once, you lose a yard, whatever.
There was like
Take a
20
fucking
seconds left,
knee.
though.
No, Peter.
Huh?
I'm not
Not
talking
working.
about that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not talking about that, man. No, what I'm saying is there was plenty of time left. All they
Oh, they had
needed
no
was a field goal.
Yeah, but they had no timeout.
Instead, they chose to go backwards, Peter. My point is, it wouldn't have happened. But you run the ball there. That's the point. You don't go backwards. You don't let yourself go backwards. Not with the kicker you have. Now, any number of things could have happened, but you kick that field goal, the game is over.
I'm going to go a step further. 3rd and 1. You're up 16.
Talk in front of the mic, you
Sack.
fuck.
Okay, I'm sorry, Peter.
fuck.
I apologize. All right. Yes, sir.
You got 3rd and 1,
Okay, Bob.
and you're play action passing, and you're up 16. Sack, fumble, turning point of the game. Right there.
Wait. You guys are bringing up all these great points.
Are they great?
Let's
Peter,
talk about what's really.
You really think they're great points?
Well, yeah. Well, let's talk about what's really going on
Great.
with the fucking NFL.
Ratings.
All right.
A,
Let's hear from
the
Peter.
ratings were bombing. This is my conspiracy. Now
Okay.
shut up for a minute before I mute you.
You got it. Done. Go ahead, Peter. Done.
Ratings were dying. They tried to stick with Kaepernick. It didn't work. So the ratings were dying. Now all of a sudden Kaepernick is being tossed the fuck out. 2, you're talking about a team that was getting rolled the fuck over. And I'm just saying this because it's Patriots. They were getting rolled the fuck over. Not because the Patriots are bad, but they were getting rolled the fuck over because a town in Nevada told them to. Okay?
All right. I'm not saying nothing.
Because halfway
Let
through
him
the
finish.
Super Bowl, there's still people that can still bet on certain things.
Right.
All of a sudden, the momentum comes out of fucking Brady like Jesus just walked out on water once again. He's starting to score points.
Yep.
Okay? Now, with every great game, what is there always something to talk about the next day? The NFL. And what is the one thing it always needs to be talked about is that one fucking play that could have either cost the game or won the game. Now it's the knee was down or it wasn't down. It was across the play and it wasn't across the fucking play.
True. Hey,
Okay?
I'm listening. You're rolling.
Mendonato didn't make a catch all fucking season. Yesterday he was making 3,000 of them.
Amendola, yeah.
Come on.
What about that catch by
What about
Edelman?
White?
What about Edelman?
Where was this guy White
Okay.
all year?
These Falcons were fucking plowing. You couldn't stop them. All of a sudden, they just lost momentum to play.
They got gas.
Here's my other question. When was
look
the
tired.
I had asked the question today on Facebook. When was the last time a team hosted a Super Bowl? Never. I got stupid answers like, "Oh well, there was that game where it was Miami."
Throw the question out there again, Peter.
When was the first or ever time a team hosted a Super Bowl? Meaning
That was in it.
Meaning, okay, Robbie says they pick them a year ahead.
That's true.
All right,
Okay,
so
go
out
ahead.
of 51
Like next
fucking
year- all right,
Super Bowls,
like
why
next year's
haven't the
Minnesota?
fucking...
Next year's Minnesota. Go ahead. I got you.
So
Minnesota.
was
next year.
Minnesota ever going to make it to the Super Bowl in Minnesota? Did Miami ever play the Super Bowl in Miami?
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
you know why? Because the NFL won't make money because if the Super Bowl's in Miami, all the Miami fans will be there buying tickets before the other opposing team can be there.
Right.
So there won't be traveling money. There won't be hotel money.
Right.
It's all a fucking...
No, but no, when it comes to the Super Bowl, every team's allotted a certain amount of tickets. But I know where you're going with this because 51 years, it's never happened, but it's going to happen sometime.
No, it's not.
It will.
After 51
I
years,
think-
why
I
shouldn't
think
it?
Bob's right. I think it will.
It will
happen.
happen. I mean,
Wait,
we
it will
went
never happen.
51
Seriously,
years
Peter, you
without an
think it's a
overtime Super Bowl, and it finally happened. It's going to happen.
Okay.
You can't say
we'll
it's
see.
a conspiracy, though. I mean, I don't know about
Ratings
that.
were
Is that your
fucking
point?
ratings were terrible this year. What's going
All
to
right, that's
what's going to
supposed
pick up the ratings? And what do shows do at the end of the season? What do they
The
do? They
ratings
leave
were bad to start off the
Hang on
year
a second.
because the president
What do
election.
shows do in May? They give you cliffhangers.
Right.
Right.
What's next year's cliffhanger? Oh my God, the Patriots came from behind. They win the first overtime game.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the NFL again
Listen,
in September.
I like what you remind me of my.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
And I'm not saying all games
I know
are
exactly
fixed.
what you're saying.
I'm not saying all games are fixed.
Yeah, because you make yourself seem silly there.
But you know what?
Let's throw that was fixed.
Let's
but I like
throw
your
a team
point.
like Cleveland in there and have them lose 32,000
Cleveland
fucking games.
You mean motherfucking Cleveland Brown, motherfucker?
Let's take the best team in fucking NFL this season and have them lose the first round of fucking playoff games. Because two rookies. Let's take two rookies and put them on a team and then have fucking Zeke fucking run 3,000 yards with our fucking offensive line, go to the Pro Bowl and can't even get 2 yards.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Peter, I like it. Listen, I want to get. I'll let
It's
you
getting to
finish.
the point
I don't
where
wanna interrupt.
NFL is going to be fucking the
Gonna be
WWE.
XFL.
I will give
Fuck
you
the
this.
XFL.
I will give you this on what you just said, and no one can deny this. This year, this football season was one of the worst ever. Everyone talked about it. That includes the playoffs. So that
Ratings-wise,
being said,
yeah.
Peter, your theory holds water in this, that they needed the culmination of this game had to be how it was so that everyone could say, well, with overtime and la 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 la
Yeah.
la. So
First
you're
game
right.
ever.
Now, what does that all mean? I don't fucking know. But I like that theory,
So
man.
wait a minute. So
why not?
So all of a sudden you
Because
take
the playoffs sucked, except for Green Bay Dallas. Every game
all
fucking
right. So
sucked up
And this
until
game-
the fourth quarter yesterday.
And this game was going down
And
that route.
this game was going down in flames.
here's
man.
another thing. The whole fucking pre-party was about the Patriots.
Yes.
Second,
Was.
Yes.
second,
And Brady
soon
and
as his
Belichick.
knee hit the ground, the confetti bombs were fucking blowing
That,
off.
that was,
What is that? What
Yeah.
is that? Soon as his knee hit the ground,
and it's now that you can say it. Now you want to say, "Oh, Atlanta had no challenges left." Anyway, that's a booth
But,
review.
it's a booth review.
That's a booth review. Now that was
confetti bombs before the fucking ball even
now,
crossed the
again.
plane.
I didn't hear one person say it was a touchdown, man. It was.
Okay,
It was.
listen,
But-
it wouldn't have mattered.
but-
They would have got a touchdown regardless.
Exactly, but still,
Take the t- take-
all right,
but you know
I'm
what?
not- I'm listening. I'm with you, but
You
I'm
always
not agreeing.
you
I'm
always
with
have
you.
the what if.
I like it.
But if he didn't,
Perfect for radio
but
right
if
now.
the knee didn't hit and they had to block him, they couldn't win by field goal.
Right,
But
So
you know what?
never know what could have happened.
That's
They-
right.
But
That's true,
I mean,
too.
everybody says we know what would have happened. We don't know.
And it was third down.
We
too,
don't know.
wasn't
It would have
Wasn't third
been
down?
second and
down.
goal. What if he fumbles the ball on the snap?
Okay, so his knee hit the grassy knoll, and we have a conspiracy
And
here.
what's his name in the end zone? He couldn't catch that, wide open.
And
He was
think
interfered there. He
there's-
was.
You know, there in Houston. There's a private
Listen,
library.
I'm not saying the NFL's not great to watch.
There is a private library
But-
in Houston, and the window was open when the private library had a window open suspiciously on the grassy knoll. I like it, Peter. You know what?
I'm telling you
Robbie?
right now.
You know what? I tell you what, man.
Oh, what do you got? You
I
got
had
a
this
trophy?
bottle of champagne for you, and to say congratulations.
Are you sure Price right?
Instead, I think I'm just
Oh.
going to smack you in the head with it. I don't think you fucking won. Peter Peter's right. Conspiracy. You didn't win.
Collusion.
You don't get the champagne. All right, Bill, save it for a rainy day. Congratulations, kid. All right. But I like Pinho here. I like it, and we should go with it.
And one more thing, Pats fans.
And don't think I don't appreciate the
Even
gesture
you,
of
Robbie.
Starbucks.
Hold up. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Well,
One more thing, too, Pats fans.
I'm a good sport. Don't forget who loves you.
Hang
here,
on a
kid.
second.
I'll
One
be
more
talking.
thing, Pats fans. You guys are saying, 5 rings. Well, guess what? We've been there for 20 years already.
Well,
So you
got your 5.
can dance up and down. We got 5 rings.
Don't even.
Wait. No. You can dance up and down. We got 5 rings. We've had 5 rings. It doesn't matter when you won them. 5 rings is 5 rings.
yeah.
And you know
It
what?
does not matter. Because guess what?
Not
You
one.
won them in the last 20, in
Yes.
the last 5 years. We won them 20 years ago. So
Not one of them has any kind of weird
Yeah,
conspiracy theory to go.
5
there's
is
no
5.
Spygate, cheat gate,
5 is 5.
stupidity
That's my
gate,
opinion.
deflated
whatever you want
balls.
to call it. Deflated. There's a lot there.
Okay,
Yes.
you know what?
That's
There-
the modern era.
This
That's
is
the
the-
modern
this
era.
is the
But
gen-
I'm proud of my Steelers. No
This
controversy.
is-
You're
hold
proud
on.
of Dallas. No
Brian.
controversies.
This is the century of the GOAT and the Patriots.
Yeah.
The 90s was the century of the Cowboys. Everybody gets their century, buddy.
70s
80s
were
were
Steelers.
80s were the 49ers.
60s was Green
Exactly.
Bay. 80s
So-
were
You know what? No,
49ers.
here's something to think about.
Yeah.
5 is 5.
No, here's something.
And I give the Patriots the modern era. There's no doubt about it.
Between
It's
four,
well deserved.
out of
No doubt.
51 Super Bowls, Dallas, San Fran, New England, Pittsburgh. 21 out of the 51. They're the standard bearers, but right now, because
doubt.
Pittsburgh has won 6 total, they're the ultimate standard barrier.
Yeah, well, I don't know for how much longer.
I thought they had only 5 rings.
No, they have
Because,
6.
They have
yeah,
six.
no,
They
they're
have the
Sixburg.
most.
No, they are Sixburg. They are at the top. But to me, it's what are you doing lately? And to me, the Patriots, I can only hope they have some kind of hangover.
I'm
but
telling you right now, it is fucking
it just-
NFL's
it's-
fixed.
I don't know. I don't
the
know.
system.
The
That's
era
all it
is
is.
over.
You don't.
This-
The Patriots are
it's
strong right
not.
now.
It's not.
Okay, here's one more question.
The system that the Patriots
Okay.
have right now is similar to the one that San Antonio has with the NBA. You don't need the best talent to win games. If you find players who want to play football, who are going to trust the coach and his game plans, then you're bound to potentially definitely make playoffs. That's basically a guarantee. And then it just goes on to show if you want to work harder, you can be champions.
Now, here's the other thing, too. What is
fucking Brady. It's Brady and Belichick. Come on, kid.
hold
Brady
on.
and Belichick.
No, hold on. You got to give some credit to Josh McDaniel. When they left, how many Super Bowls did New England win when Josh McDaniel left to take the head coaching job that he had? None. Belichick surrounds himself with smart coaches.
Yeah,
And it's just
he
not
does,
the
man.
players. I mean, let's look at McDaniel's got the... Oh, by the way, Tom Brady, where the hell is your jersey?
Did he find it?
No, someone stole it out of the
Well,
library.
that's, hey, listen, good for them, whoever it is. I wish it was me.
Yeah,
Because
but
that thing's going to make the Rudy helmet look like a gumball machine.
right. No, but where I'm going with that is Belichick surrounded himself with a bunch of great coaches.
Yeah.
Back in the '90s, Jimmy
Time and time again. No, man,
when the
that's why I give him credit for.
when the Cowboys won their third Super Bowl in the '90s, okay, they had a different coach in Barry Switzer who didn't know anything about pro football. But what was it?
Neither did Neil O'Donnell, by the way, a quarterback for the Steelers.
It was the system. North Turner and Dave Wannstedt,
No.
two coaches that were on the
Good-
Jimmy
good-
Johnson
yeah.
Era. Chuck Noll. I don't know the coaches that he had. But
Sam Weish, he had,
Okay.
what's his name, from the Colts. He had
he had some smart people.
Those guys went on to do amazing
Same
things.
thing with Bill Walsh in the '80s.
What's his name did say something interesting yesterday. He finally gave Parcells a little credit, which he threw him a little bone. Belichick was in great spirits yesterday. He went on ESPN. I give him credit. He came out and he spoke and he wasn't the dick he usually is, and but I think he knew, like he said, that kind of they came off the mat and they won that game, man, and they did it really. I don't know what the major controversy is. I just think that the problem with the game is stupidity on the part of the Atlanta Falcons.
Now here's
what it is.
Here's another thing.
They squandered an opportunity to win a Super Bowl for that city of Atlanta. I feel bad for the fans and the city.
Oh, I mean, Atlanta fans. Oh my God, they are so
You'll
ripping.
never ever get over that.
The last
That
time-
is devastating.
0-2 all time.
The last time they ever
0-2.
won a championship was with the Atlanta Braves back in
Right.
1995. I believe it was.
I don't know
Yes.
what the drug of choice is, but at least in Seattle with Bill Carroll, you got methamphetamines. So that's how they're dealing with Bill Carroll's
Now-
mistake against the Patriots. What is Atlanta doing? I don't know. They just What is the?
I'll
drug
tell
in
you
there?
what. Atlanta's got some
It's
good
gonna be
things
heroin
going.
now. Is
The
there a
only
beer
thing
in
that's
there?
in question right now with Atlanta is their basketball
Give me
team.
a screw off so I don't have to bother Peter. Well, he doesn't like giving me his opener.
The Braves are going to
Do you
be
mind?
good. They got the top prospects, so
Can you
in a
hand that to
couple
me,
years they're
Roberto,
going to be
before
very
I
good.
smash that bot? I'm sorry about that.
Now, here's the other thing, too. You got your first overtime game in Super Bowl history.
Let's talk about that.
No. Here's my thing.
Why have it?
Well,
Why have overtime or
Yeah.
what? What do you think about?
Because
that?
the team who always wins the coin toss always wins the fucking.
Yeah, the
coin
coin
toss.
toss.
You should just give them the fucking win.
No, but that's where I'm going with this. I'm going.
Yeah, there's some debate about that.
I'm
today.
going to go.
Listen, it's going to change. It's going to change. Each team's got to get a possession.
That's exactly.
Now, I'm not using that for yesterday because.
No.
But now, in light
It
of new
makes
things,
a lot of sense. I mean,
each team. Now, but what happened then? Okay, let's say Patriots score. Patriots score, then Atlanta scores. It goes right back. Another possession. It keeps going flip for flop.
Here's how it goes in the college game, and I think this is the way the NFL is going to go. You're gonna have the coin flip.
Okay.
Whoever wins the coin flip is going to have the choice of starting with.
By the
ball
way,
or
just on that
defending.
note, George Bush, learn how to flip a coin, will you?
I feel bad for him.
No, I'm just kidding.
But instead of doing the 25,
Hey, look, we take no prisoners today, man. I'm pissed off.
Instead of starting at the opponent's 25-yard line, maybe because it's the pro game, you move it back to the 35. You do your first and 10, second 10, third and 10, etc. Make every team get at least one score, and then after the second overtime, if it's still tied, in college ball, the third overtime, it's an automatic 2-point conversion. Maybe the pro game needs to look at that. So this way, you don't have your 5-10 and 1 Arizona Cardinals.
And 1.
I don't think
What
they
do you-
should
what
do
do you
like
think about
college.
that, Roberto?
I think they should do their own thing where I understand.
Oh,
yes,
so you-
it's-
I'm
hold
sorry, you
on,
mean
hold
for-
on. Don't interrupt it.
Playoffs, nothing.
Don't
Just-
interrupt.
In general.
Okay,
go ahead.
so
Shut the fuck up.
in general, the home team, whoever's scheduled to be the home team, should not start off with the football, and here's why.
Here's one for your
You
mother.
have an advantage. You have the home field advantage, and you have the crowd going your way. So if anything, you want to
Jesus.
basically split the leverage, I guess you could say. Have the road team get the ball first.
What?
Let the road team start off,
What?
and if they get the touchdown, game over.
Say
Yeah,
what?
but they give them the choice by having the flip of the coin.
No,
I
I
kind of
don't-
like the flip of the coin
I
and make
like-
the
So
decision.
you're saying
ahead.
no coin toss? Wait.
No, I'm
No
saying
coin
no
toss.
coin
Body
toss.
asshole.
Road team starts with the football. They kick off, and we go from there.
They can
No,
kiss my
it'll never
shiny
happen.
black
No, the other,
Robbie, it'll never happen.
the other thing
that
that might
way.
happen with the
There'll be too many riots in the stands, man.
No,
the
you-
fucking home team will fucking take prisoners.
the other option. Go back to
They'll
the
be
day-
like, flip the fucking coin, will ya?
Go back to the days of the 1 year the XFL was there, when they had that ball launch or whatever it was, and they made two players go after the ball. Whoever got the ball started. The ball
I
started.
like that.
Oh, you
Now
like that, but
let's make it.
then your players are getting injured like they showed on that third.
Well,
quarter.
very true.
No, what about a joust? Or how about the water boys beat the fuck out of each other and something like that, man? I like it, Bob. I like the action.
I mean, I think about it. I mean, the other
I think you're absolutely right. The fucking,
How do we compare the XFL with NFL?
no, because some of the things the XFL did.
It's the reason it went out of business.
But hold on.
What about right at the 50-yard line? They box with those giant gloves and just beat the crap out of each other.
The two things
like
that came,
knock 'em, sock 'em robots.
the two things that the XFL did right, that actually the NFL.
Yeah, they started and they closed.
Well, that too. No. No, but what they did on which
Good one, Pinto.
which Fox Sports actually helped develop. All the cameras that are on the
NBC
field now.
Sports.
I thought it was Fox, whatever. That,
whatever,
That
man. Who
and the
gives a
sky
shit?
and the sky cam. The XFL brought in these new views back in the '90s of players right up in their grill. I mean, now you're seeing every football game do that. If it wasn't for the XFL, that wasn't happening.
Okay, so it was they were whatever.
But not everybody's a wrestling fan.
ingenious.
Oh, I'm not saying go the wrestling route.
No,
I mean,
but I'm saying that's the only people that like
was-
XFL are wrestling fans.
Listen,
No,
wait a minute.
no,
I
'cause
think
they-
we're just trying to get rid of the fucking boring coin toss.
Yeah,
It
they
is
should have
fucking
never got
boring.
rid of arena football.
It's boring.
I agree.
Arena football was fun to watch. I agree. I liked it.
I hate arena football.
I liked it. It was, but what else? I don't know. I would watch it now because I'm like, what else is there to fucking watch?
For the next 2 weeks,
Well,
nothing.
Bob, you're right about they need to get rid of the fucking coin toss. I would throw that out there. Something else, but I don't know what it is.
No, I still think you do the coin toss. I just like the idea in
How
overtime.
about how about a
No, you don't even do a coin toss. Whoever has possession the last fucking quarter, when you go into overtime, they retain that possession.
No, they go to.
That's not
coin
fair to the
toss.
defense.
No, but I'm
Or
saying
also
get
would've
rid
been
of the
Falcons
coin
football.
toss, and if it's fourth down, then the fucking other team starts another quarter.
I think you have
You make another quarter.
You have the two water boys chug a beer at the 50-yard line. Whoever fucking wins.
That's not fair to coin toss.
Okay, then they do a bongathon then. Something with drugs or alcohol.
Oh, God.
Everyone else is sitting at home doing the same goddamn thing anyway.
If they're gonna give 15,
FEC's going to allow that, you freaking idiot.
If they're gonna give a 15-minute quarter, they should make it the fifth quarter. And whoever went down on downs in the fourth quarter at overtime, it goes back over to another kickoff. You do it like a normal game. What do you need because now you're throwing rules. All right, so the team that gets the coin toss has to score by touchdown. They can't win by field goal. So what's the difference? If you went down in four quarters, and so if you went down on the third down and the clock went out, you start. What do you do from the third to the fourth quarter if you're on second down? And the clock goes out. You go to fourth quarter and you go back to second down facing the other way, right?
I know what you're
saying. Then do that with the fifth quarter. Fuck the coin toss. Continue the game.
No, you mean
I know they can't, but continue the game.
A whole other quarter.
Yes.
Instead of calling overtime, call a quarter.
They put 15 minutes on the overtime anyway.
But Pete, if they start doing that with the overtime, then once the second quarter's done, then that would have to happen with the third quarter too.
Yeah.
So say that the Patriots had the ball in the 40, second quarter ended. Third quarter instead of the kickoff, that means the Patriots should be able to start from the 40 in the third quarter.
Don't they do that now?
They don't.
They
you know
do
what?
kickoff.
They like the climactic sudden death. They want sudden death.
It's not sudden death. It's whoever wins the coin toss wins the game.
Sudden death brings people around the TV to watch. Even the dog fucking sits there like, I don't want that bone right now. I don't watch this sudden death. Cats, gerbils, fucking snakes.
Listen.
Everyone becomes interested in, no, seriously, sudden death. Everyone wants, sudden death.
You're
Everyone's like, what the fuck is a whole other quarter? I got diarrhea anyway.
You're talking ridiculous. Now, you don't... You should have just handed the trophy to the Patriots.
You're the one that says it's a whole fucking conspiracy with the NFL.
You should hand the trophy to the guy who wins the coin toss, because that's all what's going to happen.
First of all, it's not a coin toss. It's a coin toss. I like it.
Well, I'm trying to get my fucking words in before you talk. That's why I'm fucking mumbling, you dumb fuck.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you are now.
I think the NFL's got to look at it one way or the other. I mean, especially you're looking at a Super Bowl. They went down, they got the touchdown. But at the end of the day, both teams in a championship game deserve to have at least one.
I agree. I do agree. It was disgraceful, man. It was, and because everyone and his mother knew that there was no way that the fucking Patriots weren't scoring.
But you know what? The Falcons put themselves in that situation
absolutely right, Bob.
Here's one of the big differences.
Talk about those 52 seconds. Come on.
No, I'm not going to talk about those 52 seconds. I'm going to talk about this. The Falcons only had 45 offensive plays to where the Patriots in overtime, including overtime, had 93. Why the hell aren't you running the damn ball when you're up 25 points?
Yes.
You've got two of the best running backs in the league in Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman.
I'll tell you why. Because the Patriots had 40 minutes of possession for the whole game.
But Atlanta made that choice by not running the ball.
No, Atlanta
Bobby, say that again.
Hold on. Atlanta stuck to their game plan that they used the whole season of fast-paced offense. That's what Atlanta was known for the whole season. Why would you ever decide, it's a Super Bowl, now let's just switch what we're going to go to what we've been doing for 18 games the whole season, and now you're going to switch what's been working for you for 18 games.
Because it's Tom freaking Brady. You got to keep him off the
field.
Game
management. That's ridiculous, Roberto. It's called game management. You're up 25 fucking points.
The first half.
The clock is your friend. Don't make the clock your enemy.
The first half, Atlanta ran the ball for 86 yards. The second half, they ran it for 14. So you tell me you're up 25 points, and you got a running game that's working. The hell with Julio.
It's
Julio
because they
targets.
came out of the half. The Patriots came in with the new defensive game plan. The Falcons' offensive game plan was working
and they scored 28-3.
And the Patriots' offensive game plan switched. They had a different game plan. The Falcons were right to stick with the same
they weren't. When
game
you're up
plan.
25 points, you got to keep
absolutely working fine.
It was after that last touchdown. It was not. They had to switch
up. If anything, you guys
couldn't
are
be more
calling
wrong about what you just said.
More than
I don't want to interrupt you, but you're wrong.
Comeback from
you're
a great
absolutely
quarterback.
wrong. And you of all people, Robbie, should seriously know the way Belichick makes changes. He changes on a fucking fly, dime, whatever.
Listen,
the Falcons did not change, and they lost because of it. That's a fact.
Belichick and McDaniel, I give them credit for the changes that they made. I give Atlanta no credit for the changes they did not make.
Absolutely.
You got, I mean,
100% your father's right.
You still
No,
got,
you know what you guys are
Absolutely
doing?
right.
No,
What do you
what you
think
guys
about what
are
he just
actually
said?
doing? You guys are just hating on the Patriots.
tell
that's
it like
not
it is.
Tell
Telling
it like it is.
You're not
Robbie.
telling it as
If
it
that's
is at
the
all.
case, then why would I give you that
Hang
bottle
on.
of champagne, which I'm going to smash over your head in a minute if you don't shut the fuck
You
up?
guys
I'm
are
gonna shove
fucking
that
clipping the
T-Rex
board
up
here.
your ass.
Relax. Stop screaming. You're
After-
clipping my
What
board.
your
and it
dad
sounds like
just
shit.
said is 100% right.
Can I
Come
just
on,
say
Robbie.
stop screaming, please?
after they were up
Your
28-3.
dad is right, and you're wrong.
No,
Hold on,
I'm
hold
not
on.
wrong.
After they're up 28-3, they only ran the ball 4 times the rest of the game.
That's
4 times.
That's right.
4 times.
That's
Because
a
Matt
mistake.
Ryan was completing
And they were
passes.
running it successfully.
Stop fucking yelling, Brian. And
What the
because they
hell?
were messing up and they were getting flags called. That's the reason why.
3rd and 1.
Is that from something, or did
3rd and 1. Play action
Yeah, he
pass.
got
Strip
sacked.
bubble. Run the damn ball.
He got sacked.
Okay,
Run
all
the damn ball
All right,
there.
let me ask you this, Roberto. Seriously, I'm going to calm down now. After Julio Jones makes that catch, I'm going to put you on the Falcons sideline. You're the Falcons coach. Seriously.
I know you
Tell me what you're going to do from that moment on. And I'm going to take it after they ran the ball and lost the yard. So now it's what?
I
It's
thought you were
third.
going to calm down.
Oh, I thought I was calming down. Tell me what you're going to do as the Atlanta
half calmed
coach
down.
after the run. Are you going to pass it? Or are you going to go backwards?
you guys need to
Or are you going
realize
to try to
is
move
Conspiracy.
forward and bring out a kicker who made a 65-yarder this year?
Conspiracy.
Probably in thin air. No, the most he
I
made
want-
was 59
It was-
yards,
it was in the
65
50s. It was
yards.
in the 50s.
What? He made
59-yard
At
field goal.
3rd
Okay.
and 3rd
Well, they were at the 20-yard line, so still, what are you going to do?
at 3rd and 33, yes, you passed the ball on that one. I have no problem
What
with
you
that.
should do is have the punters make field goal kicks because they can almost hit it through the fucking uprights
It
from
was
the other end.
it was 3rd and 23. The pass was completed.
No,
and
no.
listen to me. Stop interrupting.
After Julio?
Listen to me.
What is wrong
Would you
with
listen?
you?
It was 3rd and 23. The pass was complete to Mohamed Sanu. Holding call went back 10 yards.
Don't have a problem
That's
with that.
why that happened, Brian.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
No.
No, that 3rd and 33, and 3rd and 13, 23 and 33 call. I agree with those parts. But the other times when they could have ran the ball, when they're up 16, when they're up 25, that's the game management.
Yes.
You take,
Yes.
and I hate to admit this because I hate the cheating bastard.
Yes.
You take the greatest comeback quarterback of all time. The greatest comeback quarterback of all time. You got to keep him on the sidelines. It's like keeping Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott off the field. It's like keeping Aaron Rodgers off the field. Now, Dak
He's
and
dangerous, I agree, Bob.
Exactly. He is the most dangerous quarterback.
He's done it time and time again.
the most dangerous quarterback.
Because of stupidity, though, that he's been
Possibly.
allowed back out there. And yesterday's result, he was allowed back out there because of Atlantic, whatever, stupidity.
It's because
Shanahan.
the Patriots defense shut them out,
No
and you
Then
don't
you
give
fucking
enough
way.
credit.
You got to make the change.
Great
You got-
coverages.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that the Patriots defense shut them out at the third quarter and
Wait,
not all
after
game?
Third quarter, yeah. The fourth quarter, 0 points.
If it was the Patriots defense, then how can, and now that was the most amazing catch I've ever seen Julio Jones make ever. Then
Yeah.
if they were so good, then why were they at the 20-yard line at that point?
Well, they were. I will say this. They
drove down to the 20-yard line. Where was the
Stop
great Patriots
yelling.
No,
defense
no,
then?
I mean, they were the number 1 scoring defense in the league for a reason. That said, Atlanta's the number 1 scoring offense in the league. You're up 28-3. You put up 28 points.
Okay, but
in-
what
in
did
two-
I
hold
tell
on,
you
hold on.
last week?
In
What
two-
did I tell you
in-
last
in-
week?
Hold on.
Defense
Hold on.
wins championships.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. 28 points in 2.5 quarters because you have what's called a balanced attack. They're running the ball decent. The passes are working. Guess what? Now you're up 25. You still got to keep that balance. 4 running plays from the middle of the third quarter on to about 21 passes. I don't know the number offhand, but you got to keep the balance,
Okay,
man.
so
What do you think about what your father just said? Before you talk, seriously.
No,
If that was the
stop fucking interrupting me.
I was letting. Wait, I talked.
Stop
there was no-
interrupting me.
there was-
Shut up.
There was dead air.
Shut up.
There was dead air.
After they had the first run with Devontae Freeman, they got 20-plus yards. What did they do the next play? They ran the ball. 2 yards. They tried running it again. Didn't work. That's when it came to 3rd and 3 or whatever
But
you're talking about.
they never threw
Once-
the ball on first down. That's my point. You got to mix them both in. Yeah.
anything-
I'm so sorry,
The
Bob.
Patriots
I
had
am
a
sorry,
great
Bob.
comeback. Tom Brady made history.
I directed that in the wrong
43 for
direction. I'm sorry,
62,
Bob.
466 yards.
At the same time, I got to call out the Atlanta defense. Fourth quarter, Tom Brady, 21 for 27, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean,
somebody make a play.
They
well,
were
you know what? They were
ranked
gassed.
27th.
They
They
were
were
gassed
ranked
because of
27th
what you
in
said,
the
no running
NFL
game.
for defense. That's why I told you a 27th ranked defense is not going to win you a Super Bowl.
well, you know what? It was holding up for 2.5 quarters. They had the
Can we
formula.
not agree that the best two teams played yesterday? So how can we say one?
Oh, I don't agree on that one. I still think Dallas is better
Okay.
at NFC.
One team had the good
Oh,
things.
yeah.
One team had a green pair of pants. The other team had a blue pair of pants. But they both had good pants.
Atlanta did not. They let a lot of people down.
When they were
yesterday.
doing
They
their-
did. and especially Matt Ryan.
The
I'm
first half,
surprised.
though, Brian. The first half, they were killing it in offense. You couldn't stop them. They were
Because they were
making catches.
because they were
Ryan,
balanced.
Ryan wanted nothing to do. That 51 seconds.
Because Nevada called. You know that red phone by the Gatorade bucket? That's Nevada.
Hey,
Hey, you guys are killing us.
Only thing I have to
You're
say
killing us.
is that
something. I don't,
the majority of the
Smirnoff.
Patriots
What do you got this?
close
Smirnoff.
to losses.
Stop drinking our
Paps.
shit.
Okay.
The majority of the Patriots' postseason losses come off of crazy catches. And here's what I'm going to point out. David Tyree, Mario Manningham, Jermaine Kearse. Those catches. And everyone forgets about the Kearse catch because everyone thinks of, why didn't you run the ball with Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line? Well, what if Jermaine Kearse didn't make that catch? No one
remember
talks
the
about that
Jerome-
catch this
okay.
day. And now you know
Because
what
they
catch we're all
lost,
going to be
that's
talking
why.
about? You know what catch we're going to be talking about?
Edelman's
catch.
of course. It
What
was
You
a
know what
great
catch
catch.
we're not going to be talking about? Julio's.
Okay,
What?
I'm
No.
not disagreeing. What's your point?
I won't
though?
disagree with that, but
What's your point?
What if that
I
ball's
agree with what you
intercepted?
just
It's a
said,
whole
but what is
different
your
ballgame.
point?
Yeah, what if? You can't go by what
Exactly.
if because it happened. So you can't be saying what
wait a
if
minute.
you
You
let
could
the
say-
game
But you're,
continue.
but you're bringing.
With all that said,
What? We're
Brady.
done?
No. Brady is now the best quarterback ever.
Yes.
No.
Wait
Yes.
a minute. Wait, hold on.
I would say.
Should he not be treated like Pete Rose now?
Why?
Ooh.
Because Pete Rose was taken out of the fucking Hall of Fame because he cheated.
He never
Was
even.
Tom Brady right there at the stadium?
Wait a minute.
when
Hold on,
Spy
hold on,
Day
hold on.
A
happened?
conviction
No,
is a
let him
conviction.
finish.
Ridiculous.
A conviction.
Pete Rose,
wait.
I like this.
Pete Rose.
A conviction is a conviction, and
No.
gambling is just the same as
That's
cheating,
ridiculous.
Robbie. No, it's not, because
That
he's your
is
boy.
absolutely
Because if it was Dak, you wouldn't
You
be arguing.
can't deflate 5 championships quoted by Kobe Bryant.
So, if you got convicted,
Ooh, good one.
if you got convicted of a felony, you're still a felon, regardless if you did it or not. Correct?
Okay, then Ben Roethlisberger shouldn't be considered a
He's
champion because he raped a woman.
Convicted, Roberto.
Robbie.
Convicted.
Convicted.
Not
Michael
60
Irvin
stripes,
should be
not convicted.
Should be a champion
No,
because
no,
of the
no, no.
cocaine
You're not.
incident.
You're not seeing
Never
this. You're not
convicted.
seeing this in normal eyes. You have to understand. Pete Rose made a bet, and now he's not allowed in the Hall of Fame. Brady broke the rules and was suspended for 4 games. He should not be
What
allowed
rules
in the
did
Hall
Tom
of
Brady
Fame.
break? What rules?
That's
What,
so,
was he convicted?
No, he
Did
wasn't
he serve a
convicted.
suspension?
Yeah, he served.
So he's
suspension.
convicted in the
okay,
laws of-
so
eyes
then,
of the law.
So then, what you're saying is any
4 games,
NFL
4 years,
player
okay.
who ever served a suspension should not be allowed in the Hall of Fame.
He broke the
Let's
rules.
go through a lot of.
So you mean to tell me Tom Brady never made a
there
bet?
are a lot of
Nobody
players
else ever
right
made a
now
bet?
in the NFL that were suspended
So,
that are Hall of Famers.
you're saying that Pete Rose should be fucking punished for making a bet?
Hold on. Here's what I'm.
I don't know how you get Pete Rose with Tom Brady.
Because
in
a
this
rule is a
system.
rule. That was a rule that was broken. There's no
Then
betting allowed in
people like
baseball.
I don't know if Michael Irvin's in it, but I know there's Hall of Famers in the NFL Hall of Fame that had at least one suspension of some
Because
sort.
you know what? You know what brought
they
this on
shouldn't
to
be
me?
allowed
Because
then.
even an announcer said yesterday, I can't believe Brady fucking got all these numbers and he was served a 4-game suspension. And he was giving him a compliment.
And when Pete Rose was nailed for betting on games, he was a manager, not a player.
Yeah.
Where the baseball Hall of Fame is holding his
And
baseball
I'm
stats
saying this.
against
I'm
him.
saying this for
still
wait,
wanna know
Robbie.
what rules that you're saying?
I'm
Tom
saying
Brady
this
broke.
for all
Deflating the
sports.
balls.
No, he did not deflate the balls. Like I tell you, every single time, and you guys never listen, it was from a report that was not sourced.
Then why was he?
It
they
was
should
from
have
an
fought him more if he didn't.
unsourced
No.
report, and
I'm gonna tell you
Roger
honestly, that's
Goodell
bullshit.
overused his authority,
What was
and you guys
bullshit?
can't
Tell me
get
what you
that
think
out of
is
your head
bullshit.
because you
And I've
hate
been
the
quiet for a
Patriots
while. What do you
and you
think is
hate
bullshit?
Tom Brady
If you
so much.
break a rule in sports, you should not be able to partake in anything that's a Hall of Fame, period.
The NFL brought
Whether
in
it be a fucking crime, a bet, a suspension, whatever. Once you break a rule, just like Vic, he'll never get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he's not a Hall of
No,
Famer.
but no, he's not. But you know what?
No, but guess what? He lost his momentum after he went to fucking prison.
That's
Yep.
true.
All right,
Okay.
then you know who shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame, who will eventually
Plaxico
go up in
Burress,
it? Terrell Owens.
Agreed.
Exactly. He shouldn't
Agreed.
either. I'm saying this for everybody. If Troy Aikman raped a girl, he shouldn't go.
You're lying right there
No.
because you told me not too long ago that Terrell
Nah,
Owens
I don't-
should be
I
in the Hall of
don't-
Fame.
if
Now
he-
all of a sudden you want to switch
No, he
your
shouldn't
mind?
go on principle because he's a fucking idiot.
On principle. His stats show that
Terrell
he should.
Owens, listen, Terrell Owens is a Hall of Famer, man. I don't agree with what you're saying there, Peter. I don't, man. I don't.
Chris Carter, I'm
Brady-
pretty sure
Brady
had
is-
suspension,
Okay, so
and he's in the Hall of Fame.
If you don't agree, then abolish fucking Pete Roses and let him be a fucking Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Give him another chance.
I'm a fucking Reds fan. Who you? You're not
Give him
good.
another chance.
There you go.
What do you think? Whose side do you think I'm on there?
Give him another chance
Absolutely.
then.
Baseball, that situation.
A
is
rule is
slightly-
broken, period.
is slightly, but you know,
Sorry.
And he has a
it's-
lifetime
it's
ban.
Similar. It's because you're talking about cheating or whatever. Did Pete Rose pitch
Cheating is a
pitchers?
form of stealing.
Yes. Listen, I'm with you with all that. I am.
All right.
But Tom Brady, to me, Tom Brady's the best quarterback I've ever seen.
Of course he is. Right
That-
now.
and that's what the argument started.
Of all time.
It's another debate.
Right
and I say,
now.
we could do this show for the next 4
There's
weeks.
people that are going
This
to come
era.
after him, Robbie, so
Topics
enjoy it
that are
now.
on I'm telling you, the topics are on the table. I know we're going to get to the NBA and baseball starting soon. All that's great, but the topics that occurred from that game yesterday.
'Cause wasn't
we can talk
Montana
about-
the best?
We could talk
Still
about
is in
how
the
much.
Super Bowl.
He
I
was.
would still say
Not anymore.
No, that's where you're wrong.
But even I think, Roberto, I think even Brady would say that Joe Montana was better than him. Now he's humble, but don't you think?
And
Brady would never say that.
Yes,
No,
he
no,
would.
no,
he would.
he's-
He grew up loving the Niners. And
Do you
Steve-
know why
he would
Brady
say
would,
Steve Young's
Brian,
better than him. He
Brian,
would.
you know why
No, he
he
won't
would
go
say
Young.
that? Because he's
just said he-
humble. He's humble.
and he
If
grew up in the
if he-
Bay Area.
Hold
and he grew
on.
up in
If he
Right,
said-
hold on.
if he said that he was the greatest of all time, then you would have everybody in the media saying, "Oh well, he's just a coward."
Brady
or
said that
"He's
Montana's
cocky.
the greatest
He's
Super Bowl."
a jackass. He's this. He's that. Everybody be bashing him because he's confident about himself.
Well, hold on.
Why do
I
you think
agree.
you see
That's
people
fine.
like Steph Curry always acting blessed and everything? Derek Jeter, especially New York media,
Totally agree.
5 rings.
I
Never
agree.
once did he ever say he's the greatest shortstop, but he's definitely up there. Why
Totally
won't he
agree.
say he's the greatest shortstop? Because if he does, he's called
Robbie,
cocky.
I agree with you. I totally
That's
agree
the
with what
whole
you're
reason.
saying.
But
Listen,
if you want to go
Brady's
by
a
the
stand-up
numbers,
guy.
5 rings, past Montana
He is,
in
man.
wins,
He is.
passing touchdowns,
You're funny, Pete.
passing
And
yards,
losses.
Yeah, you can pass him in losses. That doesn't really matter. He got to
Yes, it
7
does.
A
games.
stand-up guy that sits on the fucking bench when he's
I
losing
told you. I
and
told
doesn't
you,
stand up with his
okay?
team.
Now the other
That's it.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
wait.
be-
A
I'm
stand-up
so-
guy that's sitting on the bench by himself and won't fucking stand up with his team until they start getting momentum again.
That's why they ask all
The
the
whole fucking time on camera, he was sitting there by himself sulking.
Yeah, but what's wrong
That
with
was that one
That's not a
time.
stand-up
That was
fucking
one
guy.
time. Of
You know when he
the
started up-
interception.
you know when he's-
and you
wait,
know what
Robbie,
happens?
his
The
mother's
coach comes
dying.
over
You-
and they start
Yeah,
talking.
Right, you know when he became a team member when they fucking started scoring and he started going to the guys, hey. But before that, the first 3 quarters when you were quiet, every time you put a camera on Brady, he sat there like a little bitch with his head down.
No,
And
he's
he's
actually
not humble
talking
my
to
ass.
Daniels.
No, he's not.
No,
He was
no.
sitting by himself.
He would eventually go and talk. to
no, he
Daniels.
wouldn't.
Yeah, because they always do. Watch more than one game.
No, he
Pete.
The 48 sports writers who elect the people that go in the Hall of Fame were asked this question this year: who is the best Super Bowl quarterback of all time before and even after the game?
Troy Aikman.
No. I would love to say that, but I'm not gonna. Joe Montana or Tom Brady? Convincingly.
Everyone said Joe Montana.
Not everybody, but it was like a 3/4 vote, and even Tom Brady idolizes Joe
This is my
Montana.
point.
Do you want
That's
me
his
to tell you
boy.
why-
I'm not hating on Tom
I'm
Brady.
not hating him
Do you
either,
want
but
me
you
to
know
tell you
what?
why I don't believe you? Because you
I just
also
heard it from
said
Mike
that the-
Francesa.
Wait a minute, that is the truth.
I just heard it on WFAN on the way down.
Robbie, that is a fact, Robbie. That is a
WFAN.
fact.
On the way down,
He
Francesa,
doesn't
he's
listen
pretty
to
knowledgeable.
WFAN, but no, that's biased, even that. But Robbie, no, that's a fact. It is a fact, man. Now, I still don't.
And the other bad part about it,
I don't
he
agree
is-
with it.
you know,
No, Robbie, I don't agree with it. Brady beats him. I'm sorry. Brady
he
beats
does
Montana.
beat
Yeah, he's a
does.
team
But-
player
hold on.
only when they're winning.
But hold on, this is where I'm going to go. He is 2 stupid passes away from being 3 and 4, including the one that Edelman caught yesterday. That was a stupid pass that was forced. He was lucky that it got deflected and caught.
You want to talk about stupid pass? The second to last play of the game.
But
He almost did what
Patriot
fucking
haters.
Seattle did.
No, it's true.
That pass should have been
Butthurt
intercepted.
Patriot
Now,
haters.
No,
Brady's a lucky guy. Wait a minute, Robbie. Seriously, the second to last play of the game. Talk to me about it. You think that was a good pass? That was a
That should have
hail-
been intercepted.
That was a gift. In fact, the Atlanta guy, I don't know who he was because I don't know. He was so confused, and he's like, "Holy shit!" He just said, "Oh, let me just knock it away." Meanwhile, he could have caught it right in his hands. Now back to Peter's conspircy. I'm telling you, Robbie. Seriously, the second to last play,
let's throw up the lobby.
I like T-Rex.
Let's throw up the lobby because if they catch it, it won't look like it's booked.
Troy Aikman said it. Brady might have got lucky there. He said it. Now, it don't matter because nothing happened. But my God, he said Brady might have got lucky there. Well, that's kind of a risky pass there, Joe, and he might have got lucky. Now did he capitalize on the break? Absolutely. He certainly did.
Okay, and that was my theory.
There's Atlanta again. Conspiracy. Back to Peter.
The speakers in the helmet don't go to the coach. They go to Nevada. And what they say is...
Wow.
Listen, we don't want to look like...
Robbie, I don't buy it.
We don't want to look like it's fixed, so throw up a ball like that. If they catch it, next year we got you. This year, if they don't catch it, then we'll give you...
So it goes to the NFL headquarters in Nevada? Is that what you're saying, in Nevada? They go to the NFL headquarters in Nevada? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, the headquarters are in New York.
Okay.
No, it's called
if you think so.
The one thing about that, Peter, I'm interested about that. With the call in Green Bay with the play, which cost Dallas.
Do you realize how Nevada was built?
I was wondering if the phone lit up in Jerry Jones's private
Do you realize how Nevada was built? Have you gone to the casino and guess what?
It was built by Hyman Roth.
You go to the casino.
That Jew down in Miami. That Hyman Roth.
You go to the casino.
I'm just quoting.
And what do they do once in a while? They'll tell everybody. Someone won a jackpot. And what does that do? That keeps you playing. And that keeps you playing. You think that city was built on nobody running something? Or the money that gets booked into fucking football per game, Robbie? All right, keep shaking your head.
I am going to keep shaking my head.
When is the last time you heard? When is the last time you heard?
Ridiculous.
When is the last time you?
Agree with that,
you know what? When is the last time you heard? Can I fucking talk? When is the last time you heard a bookie say, "I lost my shirt"? And guess who controls the bookies? So you can say Brady's this and Brady's that. I'm telling you, the NFL is fucking fixed. For someone to throw 400 yards in the game and do as shitty as he did the first 3 quarters, tell me that's not fixed, I'm going to fucking disagree with you. 400 yards in a fucking quarter or in a game, in the first 3 quarters you couldn't do shit, and you're telling me it's not fixed? Fuck you.
You think
400 yards?
You think every sport's fixed. You think
no, I don't.
Baseball.
I don't think
that. You don't argue with me and Travis about baseball being fixed.
Okay. And that's why there's dynasties and Yankees and not the shitty teams that like the Pittsburgh Pirates that are only there to exist. It's not a conspiracy theory. We have to have 26 teams, and how come only 4 of them are always good?
Or 2 teams that have never won a Super Bowl championship.
Thank you.
In the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna speak for Robbie here. I'm gonna quote a line from 48 Hours, and it goes like this: "Just because you say it with conviction, it don't mean shit to me."
Listen, I have my own opinion. You can have he'll stand there and tell you Brady's the fucking god of all gods. He'll tell you Brady parted water. That's his opinion.
He's a little naive.
No,
he's a little
he's
high.
not. It's his opinion. He's entitled to that. I'm entitled to mine. If you're
about-
telling me that Nevada doesn't control these games, when you have a fucking, when you have $10 million riding on the fucking coin toss, and you're telling me that they don't control these games, you're fucking retarded.
Next time.
You understand they made $10 million on the coin toss last night? Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Okay.
But how is a coin toss fixed, though, Peter? Seriously.
You
How do you
can't
fix
fix
a coin
that.
toss?
You can't. That's why.
Have you ever seen the coin for yourself physically?
They showed it. I saw it last
How
night.
do you know it
They
doesn't
showed
say heads and heads at the same time?
Well,
have you ever seen the fucking coin? They show you like this. They show you flat-handed. Do they ever show you the coin?
How do I know? Because they used to
So
show
what
it,
are we
and
saying?
they would
That
have one logo on one side and
the
something
referees
else
are
on
like
the other
Penn and
side.
Teller too. I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Oh,
there.
but when your team loses and the referee makes a bad call, it's all the fucking refs are bad.
I'll tell you.
Fuck you, the refs
I'll
suck.
tell you an example of that.
Oh, but my theory's off point.
Did
though.
you ever see the
Fuck outta
Did you
here.
ever see the Thanksgiving game where Bettis called the coin flip? He said heads, and they
Yep,
right?
I remember that.
Okay, remember
I
that.
remember that.
So
okay.
If that happened like yesterday, for example, if someone yelled heads and it was tails, then I could see
But that's
it.
but that's why they made the new rule now that before they flip it, they have to call it. Mm-hmm. Because it was in the middle of the coin being in the air when he made the call.
I didn't say the whole game is fixed.
Okay,
I said
I
most of the outcome is fixed.
Listen,
you know, listen. At the end,
it's still a sport.
I like the action.
At the end of the day, we're all going to agree to disagree. Robbie thinks that Brady's the best of all time. I think Montana's the best of all time. You can't argue eras. You can't argue because of 2.2.
I think Brady is the best I've ever seen. But you know,
2 point.
You know what? I give you credit. You're a little older. Your memories of Montana are probably more crisp. Robbie has no clue. He's a young punk. He doesn't even know who Joe Montana was.
To me, Joe Montana threw the greatest pass of all time to Dwight Clark to beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship
The whole
game.
fucking sports thing sucks.
Why
are we even doing a show about sports? It's stupid.
Because we like sports.
And we're live. Now that's the funniest thing I've heard yet.
Listen,
because we're live from Hamden. It's Monday night, and we got nothing better to do.
At the end of the day, we can all say this. We can all say this. We can say that. The bottom line is this: Kyle Shanahan and Dan O'Quinn or whatever his name is, and the Atlanta Falcons. You were up 25. You didn't get the job done. We have to give kudos to. He is the greatest comeback quarterback of all time, Brady. They've won their 5th championship in the last 17 years.
It's the perfect novel.
All right, let me ask you this:
I come from suspension to create 2 champions.
I don't know.
And drink a rock.
What's the history? Okay, Jerry Jones, for example.
Jerry Jones took it over.
See, I told you it was fixed. Jerry Jones, MVP.
This is my point. How come Arthur Blank has not come out and said one thing as of yet right now? You think he's happy about this game? Or you think he's saying blankety blank blank blank?
Because right now it's about
blew it.
Right now it's about the Patriots. Let them enjoy their celebration.
And then Blank's going to talk and say blankety blank 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 blank. We didn't run the ball. We lost. We blew it.
He's not saying anything because he's not happy.
And I feel bad for the.
And he doesn't want to talk. And he doesn't want to talk out of complex.
And he's pissed off. He doesn't want to rain on their parade. But after that parade's
over,
no.
He doesn't want to say anything out of context. He doesn't want to say, "Well, my team didn't do this." He's mad because his team was winning.
That's my point.
His team was up 28 points. He doesn't want to say these fucking guys because he's going to say these fucking guys.
That's right. That's raining on the Patriots.
Either that or the owner said to him, "Shh."
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? 10 years ago, we were the team that kept getting first-round draft picks. We're lucky we're here today.
Now, that said, I feel bad for the 49ers because Kyle Shanahan is their new head coach. And you know what? I mean, if you're going to blow a game, you're going
to suck next year, too. Come on. They're going to suck for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Coming up next year is going to be AFC, NFC, and Extra FC.
I think after the break,
there's going to be 3 conferences next year.
After the break, I want to talk about the Super Bowl odds for next year, which will be in Minnesota, which I kind of...
Yeah, what's up with that?
With your point there, well, it's because they have the new Viking ship. These are billion-dollar stadiums.
It's a dome, though, now, right?
Yeah, it's a dome, but they opened up the dome last night for what's her name, Lady Gaga, to fucking.
That's the bad part of the whole game.
What really?
Why? Her
the halftime. They said the roof was going to be closed for the
No, they opened it up
whole night.
For the thing.
They opened it up for the halftime. That's the first time in NFL history Super Bowl where they opened up a dome just for a halftime show. It's either open the whole time or it's closed.
That's why they lost.
Because you had a jump. Again, conspiracy.
Yeah, the Falcons, they didn't.
Robbie, what are you so upset about, Robbie? Your team fucking won the goddamn Super Bowl. Look at this guy. He's like, you think they lost.
I'm telling you, the Patriots fans think he parts the Red Sea. They get mad when you talk about him, man.
He shouldn't, Robbie, man.
No, I'm not mad about that. I'll explain when we go to break because it's 7 o'clock. We need to go to break.
All right, let's take a little break. Right back.
Oh, I don't
hey
think
guys,
break.
PPRN. Looking for something to do in Naugatuck? Check out D-Man's Bar and Restaurant. It's a local hub offering delicious gourmet burgers, wings, wraps, steaks, and more. Stop by and enjoy their casual atmosphere sitting in the bar, the lounge, or dining room, or kick back on the patio. D-Man's is located at 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. That's 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. D-Man's is going to be broadcasting live at PPRN radio show on Wednesday, July 20th. Go down and check out the PPRN radio show, broadcasting live from D-Man's in Naugatuck, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. That's 1370 New Haven Road. Go check out their patio, their bar, and their lounge. They have great food, too. Also, don't forget to check out D-Man's throughout the week for drink specials and local talent. Once again, check out D-Man's, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. Tell them PPRN sent you. Hi there, and if you need any kind of work done to your car, you can try DeSilva's Auto Body, located in Naugatuck at 275 Rubber Avenue. Serving the Naugatuck Valley community with the highest quality of craftsmanship for 25 years, we pride ourselves in delivering on our promise of extraordinary customer service and product satisfaction. We have recently expanded our business with in-house experts and industry gold standard equipment. So once again, give us a call at DeSilva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967. That's 203-729-5967, located in Naugatuck. Naugatuck on Rubber Avenue. Once again, the Silva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967. Did you just hear how bad that sounded? Well, you won't get that sound at Hat City Music Productions, located at 536 Federal Road in Brookfield. CEO Chris Litwin takes your music to the next level. If you're tired of those basement recordings, those people that you pay too much money for and have you get out within a half hour, well, you won't have that problem. Hat City Music Productions, once again located at 536 Federal Road in Brookfield. Go check out Hat City Music Productions. You won't be disappointed. Tell them PPRN sent you. Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck! J&M Automotive in Naugatuck, Connecticut has been in business for 28 years. They stock over 450 quality pre-owned cars. They have the highest quality cars with haggle-free price, complete financing for all credit scores. They take all traders. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau AAA. They were voted CTI ADA Quality Dealer of the Year. Visit jnmautomotive.com for cars, pics, videos, and descriptions. jnmautomotive.com. They're located in Naugatuck on 756 and 820 New Haven Road with over 250 cars in the lot. Call them at 203-723-5666. That's 203-723-5666. Also go check them out on New Haven Road and check out their website, jnmautomotive.com. And tell them PPRN sent you.
You're listening to PPRN. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
He's brown, he's round, he's Jaden Jackson nasty. He's your mama's side dude. He's Peter Pinhole, and he is on PPRNradio.net.
Give me cold
of your artist stations are commercial-free.
Courtesy of 24 Legacy. The clock keeps ticking. The two-night premiere of 24 Legacy continues tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
How can I explain when there are few words I can choose? How can I explain when words get broken?
booze. We're in Windsor.
Okay, yeah, we're back.
All right. Back on PPRN Live. It's Monday night.
You can't just make up lies about people.
No one's hiding their feelings tonight. We're all a little tense.
You know what? At the end of the day, not to interrupt you, Brian.
That's okay. I don't mind being
No. I'm not saying it because of what happened the past hour. The past hour got pretty heated and everything. At the end of the day,
don't say it.
At the end of the day, the beauty in sports is we could debate and we can argue. But at the end of the day, there's one champion, and they deserve all the credit. Now, that said, there was
Stop it.
There's also an event called the NFL weekend, the award show.
Sure.
Where they announce who's going into the class of the 2017 Hall of Fame. Oh, you did?
I love
you.
Well, I don't love you
and
either,
we love
Richard.
you, too. We all love each other
Okay,
here.
so, for those of you who do not know, the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2017 include the following.
Hi.
Morton Anderson, one of the greatest kickers of all time.
I agree.
Gary.
That was a good one, Peter.
Terrell Davis from the Broncos.
Gary.
Hall of Famer.
Kenny Easley as a contributor from the Seattle Seahawks, as he only had a 6-year career.
Gary.
But still, solid 6 years.
Gary.
Another contributor, and this one really surprised me when I heard he was a semifinalist. Even though ever since he took over the Cowboys, he's done a lot of work for the NFL. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, you're cool. Go away.
Nobody cares about him anyway.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
Thanks.
Or his horrible hair.
True. One of the greatest defensive ends to ever played a game, Jason Taylor.
Next.
Jason Taylor, great player.
Next.
Miami Dolphins.
Washington Redskins, and the New York Jets.
Next.
Quite
Here's one for your mother.
Please. Quite arguably a top 10 running back of all time. The other LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah. He was a stack compiler. No, damn good. Excellent player.
And then this guy, I mean, at one point he was bagging groceries in the supermarket. Comes to lead the Rams to a championship. He also quarterbacked the Giants and the Cardinals to a Super Bowl appearance. Kurt Warner.
One of the more exciting players that came into the NFL, I think, is Kurt Warner because of the way that Rams offense just became so explosive.
Yeah, sure it is.
Particularly, in the Super Bowl against Tennessee, which they almost lost that, by the way, and we know that the Patriots beat them.
Yep.
And I heard a lot of comparisons yesterday to the Patriots. I'm not sure how much time was left. I don't know if you know, Bob or Robbie, when the Patriots knew, and this was interesting, I'm not going to take credit for this, I heard this on the radio today, that the Rams there was no stopping them. They had come back in the fourth quarter. Their offense was back on fire.
Fuck you.
And I give Belichick credit. He said, look, if we don't come down and get a field goal now, there's no way we're going to win this game with Kurt Warner and their offense
Shut up,
back.
moron.
Now, they drove down what I think was maybe nothing more than a minute and change to get that field goal with Vinatieri, which I still believe, and the fucking goddamn Falcons squandered all their timeouts. That moron took the ball out of the end zone yesterday. With those 51 seconds is my point and analogy here. The Falcons had to know that by letting the opportunity have itself for the Patriots to come back on that field in overtime, they were not going to not score, which they did. And the Falcons didn't take advantage of the fact that they should have had one more timeout, in my opinion. And they had a chance to make some good plays with their best wide receivers maybe in the league, and they didn't do that. And they didn't learn. Once again, you got a Belichick who knew that about Kurt Warner, and you have a friend, Mr. Quinn, there, who blankety blank did fucking not adapt, overcome.
Do you remember when I put those fake tattoos on and I put the little brown wig and the mustache?
The only thing I'm going to disagree with you on is with less than a minute and no timeouts, you got to work the sidelines. New England is going to give you the middle of the field until you get to about the 50. So I mean, the play calling in the last minute, I don't have an issue with that. Like I said, my problem was in the first half they were balanced. The second half they were pro pass. In the NFC Championship game, they went into that hurry up offense and stayed in that hurry up offense. Where the hell was that yesterday?
Yeah, I know. It didn't show itself, and it reared its ugly head. And I just think Matt Ryan looked scared when he marched onto that field with 51 seconds left. I think they were. I don't blame him. They were just like a deer. They were just like blown away. They were like, "Are you kidding me? This game's going to go into overtime now." But a real experience or a bunch of veterans might have seen, okay, we can't let this happen. This game cannot go into overtime. We got to try to get a field goal out of this. Throw the ball up to Julio Jones. Do something. But they were afraid to commit another maybe costly turnover. They didn't go for it, and in the long run, they're all going to be killing themselves.
Fix me a high ball. I'm going to get good and tight.
Long summer for Atlanta, the players, the staff, and for blankety blank.
Well, they were trying to move the ball. I mean, they were trying to pass the ball and all that. But you know what? When you're starting on your own 25 or 20-yard line, whatever it was, with less than a minute ago, you're looking.
There wasn't a whole lot they could do. I agree.
No, there wasn't. But like I said, the play calling in after the touchdown at 28-3 was the actual demise and the real actual turning point. Like I said before, 3rd and 1. You got the ball. I think it was around midfield or somewhere. They're going back to pass, a play-action pass, and you get a strip sack fumble. I mean, come on. You got to run the ball there. You got to run the ball. You can't let Brady beat you. And they let him. Now, Brady, like I said, give him credit. He got the job done.
Yeah, he sure
got
did,
the job done.
I mean, and I don't think there was anyone out there who didn't think that he was going to get the job done because he did. I saw it a mile away. My wife reached for my hand. You know, she had been away for a while, so she was trying to be like, hey, nice to be back home. She's like, why is your hand so goddamn cold? And I said, because I'm pissed off because this game is over. She said, it's not over yet. I said, it's over. There's no way that the Patriots were not going to win that game, man. And everything at that point was squandered. Every opportunity Atlanta squandered to win that game, they blew it.
Too many 3-and-outs.
Yeah.
Too many 3-and-outs.
They really, I don't even know if there's a sports station in Atlanta, but I wish I'd like to tune in and listen to it to see what they're saying. Because they're probably saying stuff like, blankety blank, blank, blankety blank.
Some of the fans' reactions on the NFL Network today were not good. I mean,
oh, really? Can you share some with us?
Well, I know one. I forget the one guy. He's like, the only championship I've seen in my life is from the Braves, and we're never going to get a championship because we are just not a championship town. We're not a Chicago. We're not a Boston.
Right.
We're not in New York.
Fucking Braves should have won like 8 or 9. Meanwhile, they won 1.
Yep.
And who else?
Yeah. That's
the Hawks. The Hawks. Have they ever won anything?
No.
Yeah,
No.
And then obviously.
And then they used to have hockey back in the day, and they didn't do anything down there. Speaking of hockey, what about this move by Daniel Malloy? Reaching out to the New York Islanders when their contract expires at the Barclays Center in 2018-2019. They want to renovate the XL Center and bring the Islanders to Connecticut.
Wow, man. That would be awesome. I don't know if that's going to happen, though.
It's tough.
It's
tough. I mean,
there is a huge fan base with the Islanders, man. There's a lot of still, even though they went to Barclays, because I have to say I went to an Islander game at Barclays, and there was still a lot of fans as Mr. Pinhole plays the start. Which to me, when you're watching hockey in an arena, there's nothing like that Star Spangled Banner to open up the hockey game
anywhere.
But this is the Super Bowl one that he's playing from.
That's from last night.
I believe last night.
Yeah, that's Luke Bryan singing it from last night.
Yeah, too bad Matt Ryan, as he's swaying back and forth there, didn't rise to the occasion.
No.
So, do you agree with the Ryan MVP decision?
Yeah. Yeah, he did the most for a team this year. I mean, you can argue Brady after the 4-game suspension. I think he went like 12-1, 13-1, something like that. You can argue that. I don't think you can argue the Cowboys rookies yet. I think you got to give them a couple more years to just prove that, hey, you're not a 1-year fluke. And I don't think Ezekiel Elliott is. I don't think Dak Prescott is. But they're going to have their time. But like I said, with hockey possibly coming back to Hartford, there's a buzz up in Hartford, and it's not about the UConn men. I can tell you that because the UConn men, absolutely.
Are they going to make the tournament? Probably not.
They're in trouble. They're in deep trouble. They're 10-12 right now. They just got blown out.
No, Peter.
Yeah.
They just got blown out by Cincinnati. I mean, at one point in that game, they were down 28 points to the 14th ranked team in all of America. Ew, what are you doing? But what Ollie's trying to do, he's got a couple of key players in Durham and I believe it's Facey.
And I have a couple of key boogers up my nostril. Oh, sorry about that, Bob. Yeah,
they have a couple of key players who are just coming off injury, so he's trying to get the team ready for the AAC tournament in Hartford. Now the key on that is it's a 10-team league. The first 5 teams get a first-round bye. So if you're one of the lower teams, you're playing 4 days, where instead of the top 5 teams, if you're going to win it all, win the tournament, you're going to have to win. You're going to have to win 3 games. Now the only way UConn's going to win the tournament, get into the NCAA tournament, because their RPI is not good, their strength of schedule is just absolutely pathetic. They they have to win the AAC. And everybody in the league is saying that if UConn gets it rolling, they still got the talent to win.
Did they not do this
last year?
Last year.
Well, last year it was in Memphis, I believe, the tournament. It wasn't on their home court. This year it's on the home court because there was a scheduling conflict down in Orlando because they were supposed to have it at the Amway Center down in Orlando, Florida this year. A couple years ago.
Where is it now?
Well, the original plan was they were going to alternate it every year. Like the first year, UConn, SMU in the tournament. That was in Hartford, the finals. Last year was in Memphis. This year, because of the scheduling conflict down in Orlando, they asked Hartford to host it this year, and they're hosting it.
The AAC.
Yes.
Oh. There goes my show on Saturday.
So for a hot dog right now, is there a place to get a good hot dog around here?
No.
Oh. Yeah, well, I the year that the Connecticut won the last championship, they had that great game against St. Joe's. I remember in the first game of the tournament, and then after that, it was probably the hardest game they played. They just rolled after that. I mean, so maybe now that was a while ago. Maybe they can turn it on and off. I don't know. You guys know more about that than me. Nah,
they're in trouble.
But I hate to say it, but why doesn't Connecticut just bring back the Hartford Whalers? Why can't is a whole? I mean,
because there was no support, and then what happens is all these fucking idiots that bought shit after they left. It's too late.
Then the other problem.
There's no support. There's no support at all for any team that will come here because
people are cheap.
Well, no, it's not.
I don't even know.
I'll tell you why. You got the Rangers in New York.
I got my cancer benefit going on. I have not one donation.
I got stuff for you Wednesday night.
Goddamn
It's this fucking state.
No,
man.
but
yeah, I think.
But you also have the Bruins in Boston. So you're looking at I don't know what is it like 100 miles to 150 miles tops. You have the Bruins, you have the Rangers. Back in the 80s when the Whalers were competitive and winning the divisions, it was good. As long as if you can produce a winning program, they're going to draw.
What was the farthest?
I'll tell you what right now.
Yeah.
I was at Mohegan on Friday, and you want to talk about
Tell us about it.
A full Coliseum for lacrosse.
That's coming big time.
Lacrosse is
it's big time.
I don't know. I like lacrosse.
Professional lacrosse?
Yeah.
My girls play it, but I just don't see the interest. It's nothing like hockey, I'll tell you that.
No. But I mean, lacrosse is taking off the last few years. I mean, it's even starting to take off in the NVL because they're starting an NVL in the high school. They're starting an NVL lacrosse league this year.
What do you think about that?
When you talk about the yard goats, you didn't mention anything else.
Oh, we didn't mention that. Yeah, but I mean, so what's the deal with that? We got the guy from the yard goats next week.
Did you read the email?
I saw part of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
I saw nothing.
Because you're a fucking idiot.
No, but I mean,
that is absolutely correct.
For the viewers that are out there, we got
the goaties.
We got the yard goats coming next week. I mean,
I love the goats.
I'll tell you right now. Hang on.
I love. He really knocked the dirt out of that one. That goatie.
Yeah, see,
goat.
I'm wondering if the owner of the yard goats went to talk to Malloy and say, hey, you know what? If you make a pitch, I'll help out with revitalizing Hartford.
Pun intended.
Jeff Dooley.
Yep.
If you make a pitch, bitch. Oh, bar.
He is the director of broadcasting and media relations for the Harvard Yard.
There he is.
Oh, good.
See, there he is.
And he'll be on our show next week.
Look at that cute little goat. Oh, he even blinks his eyes, too. Look at the cute little goatie. He's a cute little goat. Somebody ought to kick him right in the asshole.
Well, I mean, with everything that happened last year with the field and all that, I know a lot of fans are very skeptical about what's going to happen up there this year, and they have a right to be.
The fucking goats ate up all the grass, and then they had to play on dirt. That's a goat. That's what goats do. This little bit. And then they fucking shit all over the place. Then they shit all over the field, little bastards. And then they're like, bah, where's my bah? Now, if you had like T-Rex there, Durant.
How'd you like that logo I posted today?
That was tremendous.
No, with the Warriors background with the fountain.
The golden piss. Yeah, golden piss boy. I told you how much I love that because it reminds me of really how the Atlanta pissed themselves in yesterday's game. Yesterday, they basically pissed their pants. They pissed all over the field, and they pissed away a lead that was unprecedented. By the way, unprecedented in Super Bowl history. It's actually amazing that there's never been a lead more than 10 points that was squandered, and the Falcons just blew the doors off of that one. A 25-point lead squandered at the hands of the New England Patriots,
only once a year.
who are celebrating with a parade tomorrow morning in downtown Boston, the likes of which I see at least a dozen or so arrests for public intoxication. You'll have public urination. You'll have vomiting. You'll have, Can we please bring up the wreck of the Evan Fitzgerald to recap the Atlanta Falcons' fall from grace yesterday, the likes that has not been seen since the Titanic hit the iceberg in 1912.
Oh, God.
I guess they're opening in April.
Good.
The Titanics or the Goats?
I can't talk to you.
The Goats.
Oh, sorry about that.
Anyway, the other big thing, too, is the NBA this week, they announced the reserves for the All-Star game. So you got Russell Westbrook, Gordon Hayward, DeAndre Jordan. Who remembers this guy? Kemba Walker.
Kemba Mutombo? Oh.
Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker.
Right.
So Kemba Walker.
So,
can you walk?
So joining the West, besides Westbrook, Hayward, and Jordan, you got DeMarcus Cousins, Marc Gasol, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. So and then on the Eastern side, you have besides Walker, you have Paul George, Kevin Love, who's been in trade rumors. His name's been going all around in trade rumors, and the Knicks have been trying to get him, but Cleveland wants nothing to do with that trade. Kyle Lowry, Paul Millsap, Isaiah Thomas. Weird story about how he was named, and then John Wall, but how Isaiah Thomas was named. It goes back to the 1989 Bad Boys. And his father made a bet to his friend that if
Hey, Peter, do you have something I could take a piss in while I'm sitting here so I don't have to go to the bathroom, because I don't want there to be any dead air. But Bob's doing a great job. Our host seems to be taken by a bit of laryngitis right now. I don't know what else to say really. No. But Peter, I have to really piss, man. So
Go
Bob,
fucking piss. I can talk
I'm gonna piss, man. But I don't want.
No, you want to hear the story real quick?
Well, wait. I'll go ahead.
You're gonna T-Rack.
Go piss.
Yeah, go. So anyway, the story.
God, give us a break.
Oh, stop interrupting. No, the story on how Isaiah Thomas was really named is his father was hanging out, I guess, with his buddy during the NBA championship in '89. And long story short, the bet was if I ever have a son, if I lose the bet, I'm going to name him Isaiah.
You won the bet.
He lost the bet. So when he finally had his son, that's how his son became
Isaiah.
Named Isaiah.
Oh. Where did you get that story?
It was actually on the game Saturday night between the.
You watch too much sports, man.
Oh, you know what? Saturday nights. I mean, no need for me to be going out anymore. Just stay home, take it easy.
Are you staying home now?
Yeah, I've been for a long time.
Yeah, me too. Been going to the fucking casino too much. But.
Well, I mean, the only reason I'm doing it too is, with this on money now, I don't want to be like Sanford and Son and look like a dummy.
Oh yeah, so coming up next Monday, we have Jeff Dooley from the Yard Goats, the voice of the Yard Goats, who's going to be here discussing all things Yard Goats. So tune in.
You know that's right at a perfect time, because I know next Tuesday, for example, pitchers and catchers start reporting for spring training.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a perfect time to start. Perfect time to start getting the Yard Goat name out there.
Yeah. It's an amazing field. I like what they did with it.
Can't wait to see it. I really looking forward to it. Why is there so many offices for rent here? Is there something wrong with this building? Is it maybe collapsing or something?
No.
Oh, well, because while I was taking a piss before, I noticed a couple for rent signs. Thought I would just share that to the listeners. If you're looking to rent, call us up at 203-992-7776. And if you rent, I understand that you'll be given a special area of grass for your particular favorite goat to come and feed on, and then also obviously crap there as well.
All right, it's now official. It's now official in San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan, the new head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, just went down in the past
little while. Is Kaepernick gone?
Just went down in flames.
Not yet.
What has become in the land of Kaepernick?
I think what's going to happen is
this just in, they found out he was really white.
I totally think that's
Shanahan has gone out already and said he wants Kirk Cousins
as his QB.
So what do you think that's going to happen this year as far as trades and stuff?
Why not Romo?
Romo's the rumor is that they're going to drop the next big thing, Brock Osweiler. They're going to buy out part of his contract.
What's this?
Yeah, what is that?
Ken, I'm going to fling at your head if you interrupt me.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right.
And
what do you think is going to be picks this year? What's going to happen in the offseason now?
Romo,
the Falcons will be ripped apart.
No, they're not,
because of blankety blank blank.
No, you know what? I mean, they're going to keep that offense together. Defensively, they're going to have to make some changes. They're going to have to go out and get a new offensive coordinator. I mean,
do the Redskins change their name finally?
No, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I hope it doesn't happen because I think it's disgraceful if they go back to that stupid R, just like the R in the middle of their helmet. Duh. I like.
Let's go team by team. Dallas. What happens with Dallas?
Biggest thing they got to do is address their defensive needs. They need a couple cornerbacks. Trade Romo for a second or
Romo's gone?
Yeah, he's on the market. The biggest rumor that I heard today,
3-1 odds to win the Super Bowl next year.
Well, no, the biggest one that surprised me,
I think
the Kansas City Chiefs have a little interest in Tony Romo.
Chiefs.
Wow.
The Chiefs. I mean, Alex.
What's
Smith,
his name was terrible though. He was.
Why the AFC? A lot of AFC teams are.
Well, because Jerry Jones
Jerry's blocking the
NFC. Right. He's
Right.
not going to do
Right.
that.
But then again,
the Texans because it's in the same state, maybe.
But then again, Arizona Cardinals. I mean, Carson Palmer's scheduled to announced shortly that he's coming back next year.
Do the Cowboys play Kansas City next year?
No,
too risky.
It's going to be a team that they don't play.
I think it'll be somebody AFC. I mean, it might even be. It might be a Kansas City. I mean, I don't know.
Just in. Brady retires. Romo's in.
No.
I think it's a little risky for Kansas City to, if anyone who goes with Romo, I think it's going to.
I say
risky.
Jets.
I think it's going to be risky.
I say the Jets.
I don't think so because you know what? He wants to go to a contender, and you can't blame him. I mean, he leads. He has a lot of the Dallas Cowboys franchise records. What the hell are you doing with T-Rex on your shoulder?
Who's a contender in the AFC besides the Patriots?
I think the Raiders
By
are
the
right.
way,
What? Raiders?
Don't forget, Derek Carr was.
You think I have my own thoughts here? T-Rex tells me everything to say.
Yeah, he says you drink a rot.
He said,
all right. But no, I mean the Raiders up until Derek Carr got hurt, they were the team that was supposed to challenge the Patriots, and once Carr got hurt, that was it for them.
Yeah, the Patriots lucked out in that regard. Plus the fact that the Steelers were just so pathetic, and the Texans had nobody.
Miami.
And
Miami.
That whole division's a joke. Rex Ryan. I mean,
no, Romo goes to Miami.
No.
Although my theory did get totally blown out of the water, my initial comments that Roberto read off earlier about the Patriots having the basically the most easiest cakewalk to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. It just is something that's like really, to me, factual. I mean, the Patriots played nobody. The one team they played that was decent was Seattle, and they lost to them. And then once again, the NFC, which to me had everything in the palm of their rosy hands, chose to jerk themselves off during the second half and blow the goddamn game and hand it to Tom Brady again.
No,
it's disgraceful.
End of the day, they got it done, so you can't argue that.
I cannot argue the fact they did get it done, but they also got done what was handed to them to not definitely get done.
The other big thing from the NFL that came out recently is the Raiders.
What's that, Bob?
They're not guaranteed to move to Las Vegas this year. One of the guys that wanted to help bring the Raiders to Las Vegas backed out.
Really?
Yes. So
and
now
who might that be?
I don't know. It's one of the guys that either owns a casino or was building a casino. I forget who it is. But now San Diego's in play.
San Diego, just like
San Diego is in play.
But they already burn all those shirts.
But that's the Chargers. Now, imagine the San Diego Raiders instead of the Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh, you mean San Diego goes?
Yeah.
The Raiders,
go to San Diego.
I'm sorry. I apologize. San Diego Raiders. No, I don't see that happening at all.
Well,
so where's San Diego going?
San Diego is going to Los Angeles.
Oh.
I think they're playing at a college facility for the next 2 years. That's going to seat like 30,000 people until that new stadium.
No, that's a fact. They're going to they're going to Fisher Price Auditorium at
Cal State Fullerton, I think.
Oh, right, that's it. Hey, yeah.
Not
the Fisher Price.
And then they're going to have that new stadium built in 2019, which is going to host the Super Bowl.
Stop throwing shit. There's people underneath us.
No, well, from all those for rent signs, I'm sure there's nobody downstairs either.
There is.
Now.
Stop throwing shit.
Sorry
You're not
about that.
I've already got.
I didn't throw anything. T-Rex fell.
You
from
threw
my
the
shoulder.
bottle in the garbage can. Now you threw that.
Oh, yeah, you're.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
There's already one intriguing matchup for this year. I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to, and it's gonna be playing in Mexico City, like when the Raiders hosted the Texans there last year. The Raiders
are awesome.
The Raiders and the Patriots in Mexico City. Imagine. It's about 80,000. Imagine what the ratings are going to be on TV if they do it right and do it on either a Sunday night or a Monday night.
They need to do something right because I don't know. The NFL this year was boring.
Can we give the whole Patriots team a glass of water from the faucet right before the game?
All right. So, what schedules do you guys want to know for this coming new season coming up?
What do you mean?
What teams are playing? Like, for example, New England this next season. They have at home Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, Kansas City, the Chargers, the Falcons.
Really?
The Panthers and the Texans. Away, they have the obviously the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets.
It's
yeah, that guy. The Broncos, the Raiders in Mexico City, the Saints, Tampa Bay, and they go to Heinz Field.
So wait, the Patriots are going to Atlanta's new stadium and playing? What?
No. Atlanta's traveling to New England.
Oh.
What's the Cowboys schedule?
What a disgrace that'll be.
Let me do the Pittsburgh schedule first. Pittsburgh, obviously, their 3 division home games: Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland. Oh, cakewalk! Oh my God! Jacksonville, Tennessee, Green Bay, Minnesota. Obviously, New England. Away once again is Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Houston, Indianapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Kansas City. You guys got a 12-4 record coming this year. That's a cakewalk.
It don't matter because what if Ben retires though? Then what are we gonna do?
Dallas,
Romo.
Suck.
Romo.
Yeah, Romo.
Dallas has got the 3 division opponents at home: the Giants, the Eagles, and the Redskins. The Rams, Seattle, Kansas City, the Chargers, and Green Bay. So they're playing both LA teams at home this coming year. And then on the road, it's pretty stout: Giants, Eagles, Redskins, Cardinals, San Francisco. That'll be a win. Denver. Could be Romo against the Cowboys in Denver.
Wow.
And the Falcons. That's a tough schedule.
Can't wait for that to get going.
Well, we got a long.
Any word on the Thanksgiving games yet?
No, they won't announce that till later on. But I mean, those are the schedules. Those are some of the schedules. I mean, if there's any other teams you guys want to know real quick. Actually, let me bring it up right now. Let me bring up. Do
we have the date for the Super Bowl in Minnesota next year already? February. What's today? The 6th?
Whatever the first Sunday is in February.
First Sunday in February, yeah. That's usually it.
Right.
What do you think about the bye week? The off week between the Super Bowl and the championship game? You agree or not agree?
I don't know. I mean, they've tried it both ways. They've done it. Years ago they've done it with the week, just 1 week we're going right into the Super Bowl. I think if you do the 2 weeks, I think as last night's game proved, I think it's a better quality game. You give guys who are 50, who are like, for example, Julio, a star. He should be playing in the Super Bowl. You give him a week to heal over his injuries and go out and play. I mean, if you do the 1 week, there's been too many star guys that have not played, and you want. It's your biggest game of the year. It's your biggest product of the year. You've gotta have the ratings, which means you gotta have the players, which means you gotta have the stars out there.
By the way, for those of you who have tried taking it both ways, call us up and let us know what you think.
Only you would bring that up.
203-992-7776. If you've tried it both ways and you want to admit to that, tell us what you think about the Super Bowl having an off week next year. Great peanuts, by the way. Speaking of nuts, I would scratch myself.
So you know what? I mean, now the standard the past few years is on week 1 of the football season. It would be the rematch or the team that wins the Super Bowl host. How cool would it be if NBC week 1 has the Patriots and the Falcons in the rematch right off the rip?
Yeah, why not? Do you think that's what it'll be? No, wait a minute.
It was
that game. That's right. It's in New England.
Right, and you know what? They're going to raise the banner, and you know what? The Patriots earned the right to play the first game of the year.
They always do. It's listen. It's a reward. You know what? That's right. So they can't. Yeah, that'll probably be the game.
Yeah, because this past season was Denver, Carolina, and now remember
that
rematch.
I think the ratings would be through the roof. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I think I.
What other? Well, we go through their home schedule. What other game would be? It's got to be a home game.
It's got to be a home game.
Who else would be? I want to hear. Who else would be the competition for the Patriots?
Can you not eat on the air?
I know.
Sorry about that.
The only other team I could see them playing opening night at home.
Can you put the cover on that?
Doesn't make much
No,
sense.
you don't clean up after you leave.
I'm saying this doesn't make much sense because I ate them all, Peter. But go ahead. I put the cover on.
All right.
The only other team I could see them playing at week 1 at home would be the Raiders.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Sorry, it's gonna be the Raiders. Raiders Patriots week 1.
Worst commercial ever last night.
Okay,
a lot of them.
No, the one with the fucking Mexicans climbing to their journey.
The worst one to me was
Why would they do that?
Did they have one where they were showing everyone's eyeballs up close, and people with all different eyes, and they were splitting images? And
My favorite one was Humpty Dumpty.
my
TurboTax.
my favorite one was Mr. Clean.
Mine was the Buick commercial with Cam.
The Buick one
You
was
think
good.
so?
To me, because
The football game?
no, where they got the kids out there and
You didn't see Humpty Dumpty, did you?
I must have been in the John then.
What? You didn't see Humpty Dumpty
I don't know why
either?
you would tell me. Wait.
I'll look it up.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
I will. Go talk more. I'll look it up.
Bring it up. But no, I mean, just to see a Buick convertible. Oh, if that's a Buick convertible, my kid is Cam Newton. What about that?
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean, the way that was just classic.
No, I know it was really stupid. Bradshaw and his stupid barbecue stain. And then he was on the highway in the
Wait,
golf
ready?
cart.
Hold on, ready?
All right, here it is.
Dumb.
Here.
Oh, I think that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, they're the Kingsmen.
We did try and put you
I did
back
this
together.
That horse could have done a better job.
A better job.
Hello, Mr. Dumpty. Do you have a tax question?
I've recently had some unforeseen
Watch
medical expenses.
Oh, I hope it's not too bad.
It's pretty bad. Anyway, can I get a tax deduction for the hospital bills?
In your case, yes. You can enter the expenses here.
Oh, aren't you helpful? It's so difficult to find good help these days.
But you were the one sitting on the wall.
Did you say something?
You were the one sitting on the wall. I love the yellow oak.
Looks like the Warriors.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was good, Peter. Well done playing that back, by the way.
Yeah.
For our audience, it was the Humpty Dumpty. He kind of looked like Darth Vader when they took his helmet off. You were right. Tell your sister you were right about me. Tell your sister.
Oh, God.
Father, I won't leave you like this. You were right about me. Okay, so what else?
Why don't we do what we learned? Because this bandit needs to be ripped off. Because I'm ready.
Okay, I'm only going to talk about what we learned.
No, let's do what we learned. Because I'm ready to go home and eat.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? What did you have to eat last week? Do you remember? Remember, you were like, I got to eat. God damn it! I wanted to ask you, what did you eventually have to eat? Do you remember?
No.
Like, was it like Burger King or the White Castle or hot dogs or?
No, I live in an area where pizza's king.
Yeah. So is that what you had? Pizza?
No.
Okay, so
I don't remember what I ate. That's not important.
That
Do what we
being
learned.
said, how do your clients plead? No, I don't think you do. You are now in contempt of court. What movie?
No idea.
No idea. Peter, your thoughts on that movie? Roberto. That would be My Cousin Vinny with Marissa
the two youths.
Joe,
Oh, my God. What did you learn?
Joe
Yeah,
Pesci.
all right, what did you learn?
Okay, what I learned is right from the start of this magnificent year, and I mean this totally seriously, unlike some of the other stuff that was going on before, like when I farted to the microphone and ate all the peanuts, that I was introduced to this great show called All Things Sports, and I was lucky enough to be invited here, and I mean this from my heart that I appreciate the gesture from Mr. Pinho. Well, I've been lucky enough to know now.
Kick your narrow ass.
That's fine. I think I've been lucky enough to know for 2+ years or whatever. I was banned from the show for I don't know whatever reason why. People said I was ignorant, loud. I said some things that were inappropriate. But anyway, I got a second chance. It was a second chance. And I don't know, the biggest title in the world. And just in case, my brain ain't working so good, you're going to be swapping punches with the most dangerous fighter in the world. What movie? That would be Rocky 2. So anyway,
what am I?
I was thankful enough to come to the studio to meet Dallas fans like Crazy Casey, Bob Clark, Peter Pinho, and two gentlemen who I call the Young Guns, known as
me, Pee-wee.
Robbie Clark and one Travis Markey, who I designated to be the T-Man. Durant. And what I came to learn was, as a Steeler fan, and I respected their teams, I respected what they did, I respected the job they did here. And what I learned was that in the long run, there's only one winner, and that this year was the New England Patriots. My hat's off to them.
Great!
But what I also learned was that if you're the interrupter, you'll end up looking, talking and babbling about nonsense, which is what I'm doing right now. So I think I shared what I learned. Now, Bob Clark. Let's hear what you learned.
Well, I learned the NFL season this year was pretty damn boring, except for a few games. I mean,
asshole.
Yes, thank you very much. A lot of blowouts, but at the end of the day, the best team won. I may not like the team, I may hate the team, but you know what? Here's where you got to respect: 5 championships, second most of all time, one of the best franchises in the NFL. I mean, is it tainted? Yeah, it's tainted. But at the end of the day, you can't argue with the number 5.
Yep.
The only thing you can say is there's one team with 6, and the football season's over.
Exactly.
What have you done lately?
It's a good thing about the football season being over?
What?
Spring is coming.
The Daytona 500.
Is that what the groundhog said?
6 more weeks.
That stupid little road.
But we don't know about that.
What a bag of dirt.
And then we still got a lot of basketball coming. We got a lot of hockey coming. I mean, there's some sports coming, but now we start looking forward to what I call the big dance, the NCAA tournament.
That's right. And who is going to talk about all this stuff as the weeks roll on?
Oh, we're fortunate enough to have the Monday night the show after they announce the 68 teams that are going to be playing in the tournament. It's one of my favorite. As much as I love fantasy football and that, I love the NCAA tournament more than anything. So I mean, I'm
really,
I love March Madness.
It seems like you know a lot about it too.
We do pretty good with it.
Like if you were not for nothing, and I'm being serious, if you were to pick a Final Four right now, who would it be?
Final Four right now.
I couldn't even do that.
Final Four right now for me would be Villanova.
To include a Cinderella. Sorry.
Villanova.
Okay.
Gonzaga, who's the only undefeated team left in the nation.
Gonzaga, always in there.
I'm
prone to the Gorgonzola salad, by the way. But go ahead.
I'm always
hysterical.
I'm always big on this team because they're always right in the top 16. The University of North Carolina.
Brian.
By the way, these predictions brought to you by Foam Shaving Cream. Foam Edge, Peter.
Brian.
Do foam and
Brian.
then Edge with the credit card. Foam and then Edge.
Cinderella right now, Marquette.
Excellent.
Marie-Joseph Paul, Yves Roche, Gilbert Dumotier,
Marquette, by the way, was a school that my father actually attended with the days of Al McGuire,
Sheryl
which
Crow.
I'm sure you would know.
1976
Al
championship.
McGuire was the coach of my father. It's Michael D'Angelo with Marquette. Al McGuire, may he rest in peace, a tremendous college mind, college coach. But I like Marquette a lot for that reason. They're a great Cinderella pick. Would you consider them a Cinderella, Bob?
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
Yeah, because I mean they haven't been there in a while, but I think we're getting to that time. I think we're getting to that time of year that we got to start looking at it. We got to start looking at who the last 4 in, the first 4 out, because that's going to change. That's going to change week to week now. The last 4 in and the first 4 out.
Did you just say to a week? Oh, good little T-Rex.
Sunday my golf game. I got to start tweaking it.
Good T-Rex. T-Rex. Oh. Okay.
On that, I'm done.
Foam Edge. Peter.
Don't forget next week. What's his name again? Jeff something.
T-Rex. Oh,
yeah, the marketing director guy for the in the voice of the
Pretty Hard Goats.
Oh, that's right. Is he going to be? on our show?
I just fucking said that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. Just keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I did a whole 5 minutes
you
on
sure
it.
that wasn't when I was in the bathroom?
No.
Man? Oh,
That was
God
before you
damn
went.
it.
I said yard goats 8 times.
Maybe it's true what they said about me.
I played a video.
But,
Robert, did you learn anything?
I learned that I shouldn't show as much excitement coming in most of the time because when I do, I get interrupted constantly. I also learned that... I don't know. I learned that I looked forward to going to the show, and then I got fucking yelled over the whole time. And sorry that I've been negative for the second hour, but I can't help it.
My God, look at you fat bastards.
Well, it was nice. I think you made some good points there, Roberto. I think you kind of validated.
Hanging up now.
I'll
see you later.
God, I think if I were to put some blame onto that
bye.
first hour, I got to blame the Atlanta Falcons because I think they really did suck it up in that second half. And
This place is a sausage fest.
I think the show might have been a little better had we been able to enjoy those Scorpion Bowls that we were looking forward to if the Atlanta Falcons had not
All right. Don't forget.
passed away the lead and goddamn run the goddamn ball.
Tomorrow night is show with Easy Blues, and don't forget, tomorrow's Ricky's Pickies all day long. Here at PPRN, we will see you guys next Monday while we talk some yard goats.
Saying, don't be blue, be a badass.
All right. Good night, everybody, and stay black.
Stay black,
Good night.
y'all.